Woo-wee. It's best that you do believe. It's fucking succulent time around here. Okay? 'Cause that's what's happening. These are prickly pears. These here, they're, edible. Very, invasive. Australia had some problems with them at some point, apparently. I don't know, you talk to them about that. I don't keep up. But yeah, they get these little fruits on here, they get to flowering, and they get pollinated right and everything. They end up fruiting up, and apparently you can eat them. You can eat the petals there, apparently. Paddles. That's what some people call them, some people call them cladodes, tato. I got to chopping her out here. I got to practicing my taekwondo. Chop this thing clean off, man. Thing is, though, this stuff drops on the ground. I'll show you here in a second. This stuff drops on the ground. It'll keep growing, man. It's like I say, it's invasive. That's what we're going to talk about out of here. Propagation. How some things are resilient. A lot of these succulents are. Let me tell you something. Cacti are succulents. Okay? All cacti are succulents, but all succulents are not cacti. Roll that around. Think about it. Alright. Opuntia. That's what some people call this here. Technical name? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, all these succulent type things, what you want to do when you get to practicing your taekwondo on them and making them fall and everything, if you want to get that to grow, you want to let that callus, you want to let that air dry for about a day, and before you put it off in any dirt. That's if you want to put it off in any dirt. Some of these I'm going to show you, they're just right on top of the dirt, just like this. Look at this, thing just fell off, and then these other little things are growing up out of there. But yeah, if you were to take the top side up, but what you would deem to be the bottom in the ground there, about halfway, maybe less. Well, a lot of these things, they'll just take, as long as it's sandy and you're not overwatering it, they'll take. They're strong. They got it in them. Okay? It's true. I wouldn't lie to you about it. Yeah, these right here, man, these things can't be stopped. Alright? If you need something that you can't kill, this is where you want to go. Right here. Prickly pear. Okay? We're going to talk about some other succulents here as well. Wide variety. I don't actually know all the different kinds. A lot of them share features, as you'll soon see, and so it can be a mess. The echeveria, that's your typical succulent right there. That's stuff that tends to stay kind of in one place. If it starts running off, starts stretching out, trying to run up out of your pot, it's probably trying to get more sun or something like that. These guys right here are supposed to be lanky like this, from what I understand. There's a lot of these kinds that's just their normal state. Is initially they'll start off in some kind of cluster, but then naturally they're more lanky. Different ones have different features, as I said, but sometimes they kind of overlap. You gotta be deep in this succulent game to know about it. You got the sedums. They're dangly, clustery, donkey-taily kind of things. Can be petally, but they also climb. They can look like jade plants. Senecio. They're like the string of pearls. They tend to be more drop-like with their petal-type parts. Crassulas are more like layers stacked flat. More petal-like more often. That's your jade plant. That's one of those. Calancho, that's the mother of thousands. I'll show you that in a bit. This is that there Sansevieria cylindrica, aka the cylindrical snake plant. They're fucking tough as hell too. You just throw them off in the fucking dirt and they fucking take, man. As long as they got good drainage, man, they're good. And they got flowers. A lot of this that I'm showing you is gonna have flowers on it, or a couple of these things, just because. You know, just to kind of remind you that a lot of plants, you know, just because you don't see them flowering, that's just because it ain't that time. They got flowers. You know, I never really thought about how all these different things got flowers and fruits, and, you know, I just, you know, if I ain't eating it, then how am I supposed to know about it? You know? Alright, so I think this thing here is named after this feller named Fedstchinkoi Boris. Okay? It's got some other relatives that are more, you know, the little petals are kind of like clamshells. And, yeah, I think this is part of that there Calancho family, sort of like the mother of thousands that we're going to get a peek at here at some point. But, yeah, it's got some other relatives that are green, some that are more scalloped on the parts there, a variety of colors. This here's the African milk tree, aka Euphorbia trigona. It gets to flowering and petaling and all that. Right now it's just feeling pretty pokey and twisty. Kinda almost variegated with the purplishness. Alright, so these guys, I don't know which type they are, but they're a column cactus, aka Cereus. There's Trifella, Triforbia, Tridactyls. All kinds of different, you know, types of these here. But in general, they all tend to have these big, crazy white flowers, and they're real pretty that come around every now and then. They get a fruit too. This here's some type of agave. Again, all these right here have been lopped off of something, or just, you know, some part of something was dropped on the dirt with these, like, mothers of millions. These things, I just throw them out here, and as you see, they propagate every which way. You can't stop them. You can't stop them, just like me and the goddamn firehouse subs. Listen, let me tell y'all kids something while I'm on the subject. That authorized personnel door, that don't mean shit. Alright, ain't nobody back there but fucking dumbass Billy and them. You know, it ain't official. That shit don't show up on most of the resumes I send in. Okay, and it don't show up on a background check if you get banned from Firehouse subs. Okay, so live your life. Okay, and don't respect bullshit authority. Okay, that's just a tip. That's you know, just to let you know. You know, some extra knowledge right there.